Good evening, good evening. We are discussing about narcissists. Who is a narcissist? Narcissist ni nani? So share. Tag your friends, tell your friends we are here. Tell them we have come. Waambie tunaangalia mtu ambaye anaitwa narcissist. Who is a narcissistic person? Nani huyo anaitwa narcissistic person? Alafu hiyo ingine ni tuangalie cycle of gender-based violence when you're dealing with a narcissistic person. Cycle of gender-based violence when you're dealing with a narcissistic person. Haya, turudi kwa Muigai wa Njoroge. Tigago kaoria kauererie ayago batwika mwaki munene ucinege twamba gia thina wothe. And today I'm not here for long. Kimemenya yari huka Nairobi anyite toa gethera ciana ne aketi yao kowekaraga ne waketi kwao Mũrungu nĩaunire thĩna magũrũ. Aya kamwaki handũ tiga gũkaoria kauĩrĩrie kaya gũgatuĩka mwaki mũnene ũcine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe. Gabriel Kimani karibu. Gladys Jerimo Ora, good evening my darling. Wilfred Kiptum Keter, good work madam, good work, thank you for joining. Mwene Nyandarua BK karibu sana. Tigago kaoria kauererie kayago gatuĩka mwaki mũnene. How are you my dear? Somogunda Matsuko mainge tukonyararĩrwo ihinda iraya Mũrungu nĩaunaga thĩna magũrũ ũkaũhĩtũka tũrũgamĩte. Hi Sophia Victoria. Tigago kaoria kauererie kayago gatuĩka mwaki mũnene ũcine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe. Mahũthĩra kwambararia mũndũ ũngĩ reke mũndũ kĩcira ngĩone mbere. Mũrungu thĩna magũrũ ũkaũhĩtũka tũrũgamĩte ũngĩona gakara kamwaki andũ tiga gũkaoria kauhĩrĩrie kaya gũgatuĩka mwaki mũnene ũcine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe. Lefo from Moja Esim Dombeni, how is my South Africa sister? I miss you and I hope Omicron and COVID will go away so that we can meet. Kajuju Kimadi, karibu my darling. Rose Chico, beautiful, you too. Asante. Mwene Nyandarua BK, Newoka. Huh? So we are listening to the song for the last time. Na leo tunaangalia narcissist ni nani na cycle ya mtu narcissist. Hi my darling Kajuju. Sempre Faith, beautiful, beautiful, you too baby girl. Asante Sempre. Wakenutadena magoro tigago kaoria kauhererie kayago gatuĩka mwaki mũnene ũcine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe. Lois wa Mashaa, hi my darling. Kawongithia nĩ gĩtũre wake thĩna nĩ karwĩmbo gaterutagwo mũndũ ndakoraga gĩkaina kĩa hinya mũigai korwo thĩna nĩ kabuti na mimi naeka Wanjiku ereire mũrungu nĩaunaga thĩna magũrũ ũkaũhĩtũka tũrũgamĩte na kamwaki andũ tiga gũkaoria kauhĩrĩrie kaya gũgatuĩka mwaki mũnene ũcine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe. Taria kĩmemenya yarĩhũka Nairobi Miserera sete oro anyitĩtwo agethera ciana nayo nĩ aketi yao kũu aikaraga nĩ gwaketi kwao mũrungu nĩaunire thĩna magũrũ gakara kamwaki andũ tiga gũkaoria kauhĩrĩrie kaya gũgatuĩka mwaki mũnene ũcine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe. ĩyo nĩ neti. Hi Wangoi Kimani, hi beautiful girl. Mtafeturu Justin Wainaina, hi. Akara kamwaki andũ tiga gũkaoria kauhĩrĩrie kaya gũgatuĩka mwaki mũnene ũcine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe. Nyama ciakorire wacu mũgũnda kamatuko maingi ndũkũnyararĩrwo ihinda iraya mũrungu nĩaunaga thĩna magũrũ ũkaũhĩtũka tũrũgamĩte tigago kaoria kauererie kayago gatweka mwaki munene ucine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe ya mũndũ ũngĩ ciande ciaku rĩrĩa ciagĩa na hinya reke mũndũ ũngĩ acirage one mbere magĩtikorĩra wega na ũru ndauniga thĩna magũrũ akaũhĩtũka twarũgamĩte ũkĩonaga kara kamwaki handũ tigago kaoria kauererie kayago gatwĩka mwaki mũnene ũcine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe ũkĩonaga kara kamwaki handũ tigago kaoria kauererie kayago gatwĩka mwaki mũnene ucine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe kara kamwaki handũ tigago kaoria kauĩrĩrie kayago gatwĩka mwaki mũnene ucine gĩtuamba gĩa thĩna wothe. Yes, I'm not here for long today. Mondays are always not so good days, huh? So how are you? How was your weekend? How is everyone? How is your family if you are blessed to have one? How is your spouse if you have one? How are your children if you have the children? How is your mother if you live with your mother? How is your father if you live together with your father? How is your mother and your father? How are your siblings if you live with one of them? How is your neighbor? By the way, how is your neighbor? Huku kwetu ni ushago, kuna nyesha vilivyo. So tunaweza wagawia mvua na baridi. Now, hi Mary Agola, karibu. How are you, my dear? Simon Masharia, how are you, my dear? You're tuned in, karibu sana. So today I want us to look at something. Now, if you know the definition before I define, kindly put it there. I said we just learn. Hakuna mtu mwerevu kushinda mwingine. Even me, I do research. That's why you see I always have a pen and a paper. Sometimes I have a notebook. Sometimes, yeah. So, because I remembered I was coming to talk about a narcissist. Nasikia watu wakisema narcissist. My husband is a narcissist. My wife is a narcissist. Are you married to a narcissist? Who is a narcissist? Narcissist ni nani? Because it doesn't apply kwa marriage peke yake ama kwa relationship. You could even be working with a narcissistic person. So who is a narcissist? And because we don't have a lot of time, sababu hatuna muda mrefu, what we are going to do, we're just going to go right away. So my definition of a narcissist is a person who is suffering from Narcissistic Personality Disorder. In short, we call it NPD. Hii mambo ya gender violence niliwaambia iko na mambo mingi sana. Ile hata iko related to na mambo ya disorder fulani. So, it is a mental condition in which people have inflated sense of their own importance. Yani ushaona ule mtu anajuanga yeye peke yake ndiye anafaa, yeye ndiye anastahili. A deep need of excessive attention and admiration. So, if you want to know you live with a narcissist ni yule anataka attention saa yote. Ni yule mtu ambaye akivaa nguo nzuri na hujamwambia ako smart na yeye ukuambia uko smart. Oh my goodness. Kajuju Kimathi, thank you my dear, and you know we are classmates. And that song actually I dedicate it to you. Ukiona mtu Muigai wa Njoroge was saying in Kikuyu, for those who don't understand Kikuyu, that ukiona kuna makaa mahali, usiizime kama iko na moto. Inaweza kuja ikawa moto mkubwa, ichome shida yote, ichome stabu, ikuwe ni chanzo cha kumaliza poverty in your home or somewhere else. So I was reading what Kajuju wrote, someone who will never see anything good from you. He wants you to feel useless. Exactly. Thinks the world revolves around them. Yes, those people who think that one is Mary Agola. Watu ambao wanafikiria the world is all about them, inazunguka hapo, it's all about them. Yeah, those people who want, ushaona ule mtu anakubelittle mpaka unaona unakroshana hivi. That is a narcissist. Yani hata kama mama umesoma uko na degree ngapi, anakufanya unakaa mtoto wa nursery. That is a narcissistic person. That is, you're living with a narcissist. Simon Macharia says, I think a self-centered person. Exactly. You can define a narcissist with so many words. Let me see what I wrote. This is a person who lacks empathy and consideration of others. I think this is what Mary has said. Yani ule nafikiria the world revolves around them. These people, they lack empathy, and these people, they just want the world to be, yani dunia inazunguka zunguka hivi, kizunguzungu ya dunia iko just around them. And these are people who have no consideration for other persons. Kama chakula imekuja, anafikiria juu yake, hata kama yeye ni baba, anakula, anaacha mama na watoto, na mama hata ndiye alipika. Kama ni mama who is a narcissist, ana choose to make sure that because this person is a narcissist as a woman, then this woman chooses to be so selfish and thinks everything revolves around her. Hi, Joe Barker. How are you? I hope you're well. And it's been long time. So, one thing that the narcissistic person or a narcissist will do to you, one, it is to manipulate you. These people, they are very manipulative. Number two, they have a lot of selfishness, and somebody talked about a self-centered person. A self-centered person is somebody who is so selfish. And this is where I come and tell you so much that you should do to yourself and think about yourself. Sawa. You must think about yourself. And I want to tell you something today. It is not selfish to love yourself. And we have spoken about this every day. It is not selfish to take care of yourself. This is something I have kept on reminding you every day. And to make yourself happy is your priority. Sawa. You know, I have a problem, and this is something that I've learned because I deal with women 24/7. I'm surrounded by women. So one thing I want to tell you as a woman, it is okay and it is not selfish to love yourself. And this is something I'll keep on reminding you women every day. It is okay as a woman when you wake up, instead of you going, like when it is a weekend and your kids are not going to school. Nani alisema uogange wa mwisho because you are a woman, that you are the last one to go to shower, that you can only go to shower when other people have gone to bed. Choke, aye. It is okay as a woman to be selfish. Wake up in the morning. Wake up in the morning as a woman. Love yourself. Go to the shower. Oga vizuri. Vaa nguo nzuri. Who told you nguo mzuri ni ya kuvaa Sunday? Can you wear that very nice dress of yours? Can you wear those nice wazungu wanaita pants, the trousers? Can you wear a very nice t-shirt ile inakufit? Sio ile imeandikwa Kibaki tena ama Kibaki tosha ama PNU na hata ilishaisha. Sasa hii tuko na Azimio na UDA na zingine. Yeah? You don't do that. You don't do that as a woman. Just wake up, go to the bath, to the shower. Oga vizuri. Vaa nguo mzuri. Wear your makeup vizuri. Go do your nails if you can do that. Na kama unajua kujipaka, chukua, do your nails. As a woman, it is okay. It is not selfish to love yourself. It is okay to treat yourself. It is okay to take care of yourself. Do you know, going to shower, wearing your very nice clothes, wearing your makeup, and you're doing your nails, do you know it is part of taking care of yourself as a woman? Ati, mi nitaoga. I'm going to shower once my husband and my children go to bed. You know, I'm a submissive woman. Ole wako. Utabaki hapo na hiyo submission yako. Na si mimi nimesema. It is about taking care of yourself. Okay? Then your happiness. Let me tell you, woman, choose to be happy. Don't peg your happiness on someone. Since I knew that, I have just purposed to be happy. I don't peg my happiness on anyone. Now, wacheni niwaambie, it is so important to make sure that you are the priority. I know for us, and it depends with your faith. For us who know God and you love God, I know God is my first priority. To me, it is my faith, it is what I believe in, and because I believe in God. So, priority number 1 is God. Priority number 2 from God, it is me. Women, stop hii maneno ya kusema that priority number 1, it is my children. I'm not telling you hate your children. I'm also a mother and I have children and I love them. But let me tell you, it is until I am okay, then I'm able to take care of my children. It is until I am okay, it is when I'm able to take care of my husband. It is until I am okay, is when I'm able to take care of my neighbor. Tuko pamoja? Huh? It is okay and it is so necessary. Underline the word necessary. Nisisahau nitoke nje ya darasa. You know, when it comes about women and taking care of yourselves, I really like reminding you people that you have to take care of yourselves. You have to. So it is not okay for you to keep on there. You're just cleaning clothes from Monday to Friday. And then Saturday, unaosha mpaka beddings, unaosha mpaka curtains. Oh, let me tell you. It has come to that point. Sometimes I even don't check if the curtains they need to be cleaned. But I will check if I need to go to the salon, if I need to go do this and this, I'll check on myself. And that has really helped me in taking care of me. Okay? As you continue to watch, kindly share. And let me welcome those who have come. Hi, Joe Baker. I've already waved to you. Lizzie Gitonga, how are you? Shiro Wahome, how are you? Yes. Now we continue. So, signs that you're dealing or you're living with a narcissistic person. There are signs that will show you. Saa ingine haufai kuambiwa, and I've kept on reminding you people that sometimes you just need to see the red flags. You just need to see the signs. You don't need God to send an angel to come and tell you you're living with a narcissistic person. Okay? Sign number 1, superiority and entitlement. Okay? Siangali kwa simu, acha niweke chini. Superiority and entitlement. Have you ever known that those people who feel so superior and they are entitled? Have you ever heard? Because for those people who are joining us and you're not Kenyans, maybe, I have visited some of the countries where they don't believe in paying dowry. But here in Kenya, Kenyans believe in paying dowry. I have my own reservations about that. But as Kenyans, there is a belief in paying dowry. Dowry is to be paid as bride price. It's dowry or bride price. Let me tell you, the narcissists believe that they are entitled to you. They own you the moment they pay your dowry. I'm giving an example of dowry because it's something close to us and we are going to understand it. So the moment this narcissistic person pays your dowry, they just believe that they own you. And when we talk about this person paying your dowry, remember, I know this question is going to arise. Can a woman be narcissistic? Yes. Anybody can be narcissistic. Sawa sawa. So it is important. Let me read about superiority and entitlement. Narcissists, they have to be the best, the most right, and the most competent. Superiority, okay? Yani, they have to be the best, the most right, and the most competent. Do everything their way. Own everything and control everyone. That is a narcissistic person. Eunice Ndinda, karibu sana. A narcissistic person believes they are the best. They believe and they own everything. They believe they are right. A narcissistic person is never wrong. I don't know whether you have been in a relationship, in a marriage, or you have interacted with somebody at your workplace who is narcissistic, who believes they are ever right, who believes they own everything. Yani kila kitu ni yao. Ukienda kuchukua glasi ya maji unaambiwa, oh, that one belongs to me. When unaenda kuchukua something else, oh, that one belongs to so and so. Yani, they own everything. And they are very quick to tell you that belongs to who and to so and so. Interestingly, they also get that superior feeling by either being the worst, the most wrong, or the most ill, upset or injured. Yani, the narcissistic person or a narcissistic person, they get upset so quickly, they feel they are so injured when something happens. Yani, yendi atajikunja. Ushaona ule mtu, something has happened, it has affected quite a number of you people. Maybe you are a team, or maybe it is in a marriage or a love relationship. Then something happens. Then this person feels they have been so much affected. You owe them an apology. Yet, digging deep, this is a person who owes you an apology. Yani, it is the other way around. Then let's come to this other. They feel entitled to receive soothing concern and recompense, and even the right to hurt you or demand apologies to make things even. Nilikuwa nimeruka kimbele. So, once they feel they are hurt, the next thing, hawezi niambia hata pole. Maybe it's in a marriage, and maybe you have visited your best couple, or if it was your maid of honor, and you've gone there, you want to sort out a problem. And then this other person will say, you know, because this person is a narcissistic person, or she's a narcissist, or he's a narcissist, you know, he did this to me, and he cannot ask for an apology. He is not even sorry. You're not even sorry. I'm telling you, I've dealt with a narcissistic person. Narcissists they feel entitled. They give you the rule. Please, sorry, excuse me, and thank you. Their rule is called PEST. You have to say please. You have to say excuse me. And I'm not saying these 4 words are wrong. They are very good words. They are kind words. But for narcissistic people, they want you to use this every time, even when you're not sorry. Hi, please. Why didn't you say please? Why didn't you say excuse me? Why didn't you say sorry? Why didn't you say thank you? And most of the narcissistic people use the word sorry. They take advantage on the word sorry. They want you to say sorry over anything and everything. And you know, sometimes as women, you become used to saying sorry until you say, basi sorry. You know, basi sorry is, si sorry, metoka kwa moyo. It is not a genuine sorry. So, I just want to let you know that these are people that we are living with. These are people that are in our midst. So, if you're living with a narcissistic person and they show superiority and entitlement, those are signs that you're already dealing with a narcissistic person. And it is high time you get to know how to, if you want to continue living with this person, how do you continue moving forward? Fast foot forward, how do you continue living with this person? Eunice Dinda karibu, Joy M. Joy karibu, and Karaoke karibu sana. Sign number 2 that you're living with a narcissistic person. Our number 1 is superiority and entitlement. They go together. This person feels superior and so entitled. That is a sign that you are living with a narcissistic person. Sign number 2, an exaggerated need for attention and validation. Do you want to know if you're living with a narcissistic person? Do you want to know if you, at your place of work, you work with a narcissistic person? Do you want to know if you go to church with a narcissistic person? These people are everywhere. Let me tell you. I keep on telling you, this is a platform where we will tell you what pastors will not tell you. Because here, we just want to mold you. We just want you to do your self-check. And we want you to go out there and know how to interact well with people. George Karanja karibu. Princess Joyce, God, how are you? Caleb Kimani karibu sana. And so thank you so much for tuning. We are talking about narcissistic people and signs that show that you live or you work or you're closer to a narcissistic person. Exaggerated need for attention and validation. Do you know that is a sign of a narcissistic person? Yani, this narcissistic person needs more attention than an infant. Validation. They want you to go somewhere and say, you know, I am married to so and so, and you tell him to stand up and wave to the crowd. You know, she is married to me, she is my wife. You know, that validation. Even in places where validation should not be done. These people, they just want, they want that ownership, that validation. So if you're living with a narcissistic person is always after, or rather, he needs exaggerated attention. You know, that attention that maybe you are walking, like right now it is raining, and this person happens, maybe a car was passing by and it spilled some water on you, ikarusha tu maji huko, and then within no time, then this person says, oh, haukuona gari imenirushia maji. No, gari imekurushia maji. Why don't you ask me for a serviette or for a wet wipe or something else? You wipe your, yani, you just there, you need exaggerated attention. Dimpole Zawa, karibu sana. Alice Gishoi, karibu sana. So these people that need, or they show exaggerated need for attention, they are narcissistic. They are narcissists. Two, the same narcissists, they need validation. They need to be validated. Let me tell you, and this one happens especially when you're dating. If you want to know you're dating a narcissistic person, don't think it's about love every time. And I keep on saying, I'm a believer of marriage. Marriage is a godly institution, number one. But we have to do self-check every time, because these things will always find us. And if we don't talk about them, they'll find our children and our children's children, because we ignored them. You know, when people are dating, and maybe, like me, I do events. Most of the time I'm in events. I'll find myself in the circles of those people that I don't want to mention here. Some of them, they have big names. Some of them have small names. Some of them are like me. Yeah. So you want to be validated everywhere. That when I stand up, I say, oh, this is Diana, I'm here, and kindly stand up and wave to the crowd, and this is my... Let me tell you, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. One thing I've learned, even with this era of social media, you need even to protect your family. And if you're a narcissist, you must know that your spouse or your partner or your friend, or if you're working together with someone, maybe there is something they foresaw, and that's why they did not even mention about you. Maybe there was danger. Maybe there are people who are looking for Diana, and the best way was me to be told, wear your mask 24/7, cover your head, that these people will not realize you are in the room. But this person who needs validation kila wakati. Yeah? Let me read to you what I wrote about exaggerated need for attention and validation. Another narcissism trait is the constant need for attention. And this is what we are calling the exaggerated need for attention. Constant need for attention. Narcissistic people, they need attention. Yani attention than that baby ambayo unafunga pampers. And remember, we are talking about either a narcissistic man or a woman. Here we are not talking about an individual. We are not individualizing the gender, that it's a man or a woman. Anyone can be narcissistic. Even by just following you around the house, ati nilikuwa ninasema, nilikuwa ninataka, kwani si nilikwambia uniwekee chai? Na thermos iko hapo, kikombe iko hapo, just kumimina tu chai kutoka kwa thermos kuweka kwa kikombe. And maybe the wife is attending to the baby. And the other way around, because we have said it can happen, and a narcissist can be any one of us. Even me, I can be narcissistic. You never know. You don't live with me. You're not with me 24/7. So you don't know. That's why we are not talking about a certain individual or certain gender. Now, here is where people will always put or tag gender. A narcissistic person, sio ule anakuuliza kitu siku moja. They will keep on asking you, where are things around the house? And this is a house you have lived together for 20 years, for 10 years. for 5 years, but they will keep on asking and asking. And I don't want to mention that gender, but if you know that gender, you're going to comment there on a lighter note. Then there are other, because I said I'm just going to talk briefly about these signs so that you can do a research on your own. I have something else to do and I have an early morning meeting. Perfectionism. We have a narcissistic person who, narcissistic persons are they are perfectionists. Narcissists believe they should be perfect. Have you ever seen those people who are extra clean? Me, Aki, I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to that. I want to tell you one of my weaknesses. I'm that woman, and remember, I've put my gender there. I'm that woman who will use 10 pair of shoes na niweke hapo kwa mlango kama Mungu amenibariki nazo. And then I look for one day and wipe all of them. So if you're married to me and you don't, yani upendi kuona viatu kwa mlango, I don't know what I'll do to you. I'm giving myself as an example. So if you are a perfectionist, you'll not live with me. Because I'll wake up very early in the morning, maybe leave you in the house. Maybe I'm traveling. I go out there. I'm out there for a week. I come back with my dirty clothes in my suitcase and my shoes. And then I pack them. Because if I'm called, maybe it's a rescue mission, we are rescuing somebody who has gone through gender violence, I'll not leave that person who is suffering there so that I can go to the tap and start cleaning the clothes. It will not work that way. I'll just put them there, and maybe when it is too much, I'll seek for help. That is me. I'm not a perfectionist. So for me to live with a narcissist, it's next to impossible. If you're a perfectionist, I am not. So do some self-check, and we said you're going to do some self-check. So they believe they should be perfect. You should be perfect. Them, they believe they should be perfect, and this is why I was giving an example of myself. I cannot live with a narcissistic person who expects me to be perfect. I am not perfect. I am perfect only on one thing. I cannot leave my bed unattended. I'll make sure I make my bed even if I'm late. I think that is the area that I can say I think I am so perfect on that. But I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect in any way. They believe events should happen as expected. I have done so many events and I have seen in every event. Joyce Njoki, how are you? Karibu sana, dear sister. Francine Ekemba, how are you? And I know I should be playing your songs, my dear sister. You did that. You made that request. Jen Wanchiku, karibu. So I'm saying this. I've done a number of events. And for the events, they will fail you. The events will totally fail you. The service providers will fail you. Never expect that it will turn out the way you planned it. Always give yourself a room for negative and a room for positive. -5, +5. You don't get all the marks when you're planning the events or an event. So, this is about perfectionism. It is one of the signs that you're living with a narcissistic person, or you're dating a narcissistic person, or you're working with a narcissistic person. Then we have great need for control. Great need for control. I'm going to read your comment, Milishix. Great need for control. They want and demand to be in control, and their sense of entitlement makes it seem logical to them that they should be in control of everything. I have told you, I know what narcissism is and what being with a narcissistic person means. I was with this person who believed that when they called me, I should be answering the call immediately, like I was doing nothing, like I was waiting for their call. This person who believes when you leave point A to point B, you should be updating them. They believe they are in great control of you. There are these people, even when you start dating, they start calling you their wives. And you're still in the dating period. And you ask this person, do you know there is courtship? Do you know there is this? But huyu mtu asharuka huko mbele ya drum. Before the drum set ianze kugongwa. Yeah, ako huko mbele. Anaimba wimbo hata hana key. Amepoteza key. Just because they feel they are in great control. And for those who are like me, that you're moving into a relationship and you already have children, a narcissistic person will even want to control your children before they even understand them. And that is a very bad place to be. You know, one thing, and we are going to discuss about it. If you're getting married, kajuju, mimi na wewe. If it is kajuju getting married, I'm going to use her as an example. She's my good friend. If it's kajuju getting married, it is kajuju, not the baby. So you have to get to understand each other and then introduce the children, so that it brings a smooth transition up. But when you're dating a narcissistic person, they will control you and they forget they are marrying you. They extend the marriage to the children. Yani anafikiria anaoa pia watoto and start controlling the children. Let me tell you, these are children maybe from another father who has maybe died, who has even, maybe the mother and the father, they divorced. Let me tell you, it is always a process. And we are going to discuss about that, thinking about to date again, because there is also gender violence around that area. Princess Joy says, love this, thank you. Mary Sheik says, kindly paying attention to you more and much, dear. Oh, thank you so much, dear. Then the other sign that will show you that you're living with a narcissistic person is lack of responsibility. Although narcissists want to be in control, they never want to be responsible for their results. Unless, of course, everything goes exactly their way. And get that, underline that. Unless something goes exactly their way. Remember, they are perfectionists. That's why we have this word, exactly their way. And their desired result occurs. So what do I mean by this? A narcissist will not be responsible. A narcissistic person will never take responsibility of their mistakes. And that's why in everything, in everywhere, in every area, and I've said, a narcissistic person can be a person you're in a relationship with, be it you're just dating, be it you're married, or a narcissistic person could be somebody you work with. If you see those people who lack responsibility and you're working with them, anza kujiuliza maswali. They will always like things to go their own way. Narcissistic people want things to go their own way. You have to take care. You have to draw lines. And this is where, if you're working with a narcissistic person, you have to draw a boundary line. This is where you have to make sure that you speak and you represent yourself well. If you're living or if you're working with a narcissistic person, it is high time that you get to know that these are people that will never change. You can never change a narcissistic person. That is one thing that I want to assure you. You will never change a narcissist. You can never change a narcissist, whether it's at your place of work, no matter how many punishments, no matter how many, I know there are places of work where there are punishments, no matter how many punishments are introduced. Even in church, if you fellowship with a narcissistic person, they will never change. No matter the amount of gospel, hata uchukue Biblia yote upike, umfungue kichwa umweke Biblia ndani. Ama umweke kwa mdomo ile tunaimbiwa kula neno. They will never change. One of the things, and I will tackle this in another lesson, one of the things that makes them that they will never change is because they believe in themselves. And one thing I've told you about them, they feel the sense of entitlement. Unajua hata ile kuenda kujipea mamlaka kama hujachaguliwa mahali. We are going to learn about that. When you just go somewhere and somebody just volunteers to be the leader of the team, the leader of what and what, take care. There are those ones which are God-given, and there are those which come as a result of you being narcissistic, because you feel you're entitled to leadership. So these people, they lack responsibility. The second last one, I said today I'm not here for long. Lack of boundaries. Narcissists can accurately see where they end and you began. They don't have boundaries. They believe that everything belongs to them. Everyone thinks and feels the same as they do, and everyone wants the same thing they do. A narcissistic person believes, kwa sababu yeye anapenda kukula Chinese food, even me, let me tell you, I'm so sorry. And if there is somebody who runs a Chinese restaurant here, I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm not a fan of Chinese food. Leave alone Chinese food. Seafood, it is not my thing. One time, I think it was my first time to go to the US, and somebody was so excited taking me for lunch, and then, oh my God, finally, where do we land? Chinese restaurant. To eat what? Seafood. He was so disappointed. Very disappointed. Because you're here, this is your Kenyan friend, it's their first time in the US, and now you want to treat this person because she has come from Kenya, and you feel that this person is so good, you have read about this person, you have heard about this person from the YouTube. Oh my God. I went there and saw the crabs. I went there and saw other things. You know, actually the Japanese restaurants nilikuta hizo ziko hata na frogs. So I was like, oh, and because I'm used to speaking my truth, I tell somebody what I feel, I tell somebody the truth about myself. So I just told him, no, thank you for offering me lunch, but I cannot do this food. It was the worst day of my life. I didn't know whether I was to stoop down and do what I don't do, but I just stood my ground. Let me tell you, narcissists will never put boundaries. Even if you try to put boundaries for them, they will never. Hakuna siku. They want you to do the things they do. They want you to go to a Chinese restaurant and eat seafood, and you don't eat seafood. That is the only close example that was so close home that I could have given. And then I just learned, okay, this person that we had met from Kenya Mission. So Kenya Mission is like when you're in New York, because it's not the capital city of the US. There is no embassy for Kenya. So you are in a Kenya Mission. That is like your embassy. So this somebody you have met there and taking you for lunch, and then now they want you to do the same things. Same things that they are doing. No, me, I stand my ground and I tell you no. And my no is always a no. Because what I don't do, I'll not do it to please you. I don't do things to please people. And I'm so strict about that. If I tell you I don't do this, and even my close friends, they know. My friends that we do even these surprise parties and everything, they know. I tell them. And there is one of my good friends who was hurt, trying to tell me and explain to me that wine is not alcohol, blah, blah, blah. But I told her, it's my principle. I don't do that. And she almost felt like I've put her off. But because she insisted, but I had to tell her in front of people, because I tried to tell her in privacy that don't bring me that, because I don't take that. It's not part of me. It's not what I believe in, and I don't. And I've never. Anyway, away from that. Narcissistic people lack responsibility. They lack responsibility. They lack boundaries. And they want you to do what they do. Finally, lack of empathy. Narcissists tend to be selfish, self-involved, and are usually unable to understand what other people are feeling. Huyu ni mtu hawezi kuhurumia. Very selfish, lack of empathy. They expect others to think and feel the same as they do, and rarely give any thought of how others feel. A narcissistic person will always want you to talk about how they are feeling, but they will never take into consideration. I'll still give an example of myself. I don't stay out in the cold. It's my principle. I have to either be covering myself, be very warm, or if we are camping, it has to be around a fireplace. It's my restriction because I know the moment I expose myself, the next day I'll be sleeping on the bed. Everybody knows their weakness. It's one of my weakness. I cannot expose myself. Once I expose myself, I almost said my body. Once I expose myself, and that is still another principle of me. I don't expose my body. I don't dress the way other people dress because it's me. It's what I believe in. It's what I love. It's not part of this discussion. So, because I don't expose myself, especially to the cold, that's the example I was to use. That was the right example for what I'm about to say. I don't expose myself to the cold. So it is something that I decided to stick to, and you will not tell me to do it or to be out until this time of the night because you're doing it. I don't do things because of other people are doing. And this is something that has really, really helped me. I have never chosen to do something because other people have been doing it or who is doing it. I don't even care who is doing what because I don't have to copy. I like being me. I like doing me. I like doing what feels good to me. I like feeling empathy for other people. As much as I don't expect it in return because people will never do to you what you've done to them. And that is something I am learning. Actually, that is something that I am learning. It is something I'm teaching myself. Because initially, I used to think people are like the way I am. People will feel touched by cases the way I'll feel touched. People will rush to seek for help for someone who is in need the way I would rush, the way it would disturb me and make so many calls. Let me tell you, people are not the way you are. And this is why I'm telling you, all these that we have learned today, they are signs of a narcissistic person. Don't live with a narcissistic person. What point are you trying to prove? What are you trying to do when you're living with a narcissistic person? Let me tell you, it will not change you. It will make you somebody else. And that's why I wrote something and I did it on my phone. I was coming from Muranga and I had to stop somewhere. I thought about this and I wrote it down. Choose to be positive. It feels better. Choose to be positive. It feels better. And for you who think that living with a narcissistic person is the best thing, I wrote this for you. You deserve someone who inspires you toward greater things while loving you exactly as you are. And I keep telling women and even men, sometimes if you think that you lost, let me tell you, you did not lose. If your relationship did not work, just get to know God knew you deserved someone who is better, who will one day inspire you, who will inspire you towards greater things, and this person will love you exactly as you are. You don't have to be oppressed somewhere. You don't have to be somewhere complaining every time because it is not your fault. You are not selfish for wanting to be treated well. Let me tell you, being treated well is your right. And also you, if you are married, if you're in a relationship or if you have started dating, it is your responsibility. Upeane the same. The way you want to be treated well, you should also treat somebody else well. Naona leo mmetulia kwa class, but I have to go. I just have to go because of time and because tomorrow my day is full of activities. Actually, tomorrow and Wednesday are very, very, very hectic days for me. But anyway, I'm used to this kind of schedule. So just get to know that it is well, and we are going to continue doing these lessons. Hi, Pastor Maggie has just come in. Let me acknowledge Robinson Mwiruri. How are you? Warogoro Getao, how are you, my dear? 2022 hatujaongea. Pastor Mary Agola said true. Robinson Mwiruri, wow, great teachings. How are you, my dear? Tujaonana 2022. Tuko mwaka ya kitambo mi na wewe. Margaret Kenye, I hate narcissists. They always think about themselves. Selfish people. I have nothing to add. It is true. Narcissistic people are selfish. Being treated well is your right. Oh yes. Ile right hivi. Na mtu asiweke hivi, uweke ile tulikuwa tunapewa na mwalimu. Mwalimu alikuwa anafanya hivi, unapewa half tick. No. Being treated well is your right. Narcissistic people are very selfish, says George Karanja. I have nothing to add, George. You've said it. You have narrowed it down. You have said it all in one sentence. So good people, continue sharing. And I'm going to download this video and put it on YouTube. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Diana Kamande HSC is my YouTube channel. If you have not gotten my book, if you've not gotten my book, my books are available. My books are available. They're available in our office as I continue making arrangements even with bookshops and also online so that our friends from diaspora can get the books. So my book is Scars of Honor. Scars of Honor is my story. It's my story and how I overcame domestic violence, and also how a few nuggets of how you can be able to do your life, and how you can be able to realize if you're in domestic violence, if you're in an abusive relationship. So until tomorrow, we are going to tackle on something else. Today, this is somebody who had really inboxed me about narcissistic persons or narcissistic people, and I decided to tackle this. Unfortunately, I've not seen her, but I'm going to share the link once I put it on YouTube with her. And also I said, if you feel like there is a topic we should cover, and we said once we expand this class and we are able to do Facebook Live, we are able to get those machines that we can be able to use and do a very, very wonderful Facebook Live. But I know it's still helping people the way it is. But when it comes to that time, we are even going to be hosting people who have been in relationships, and they're ready to tell us how their relationships were. And we'll also be able to host those people who want to do life again. Mary Njeri Mutugi Karibu. So we are going to check life in all angles. And also remember, in this class, we always say, as much as we are doing our real talk, as Princess Joyce Gad has called it, our real talk, as we are doing our real talk, as we are speaking our unspoken, we always say that we believe in marriage. It's a good institution that was founded by God. Mwene Nyandarua BK says, nimesaidika sana. Oh my God. Thank you so much. When we were starting this class, I didn't know that people are going to get help, but I can tell you, the feedback I get on my inbox, it's so encouraging. And even if I come from office when I'm very tired, I just feel doing this. And I'm so sorry we were not able to do this Saturday and Sunday because I was out of Nairobi, very far from Nairobi, and I knew maybe network would have been an issue. So I didn't want us to start on a class and then decide to quit in the middle of it because of network issues. Because where I was, I knew network would have been a problem. Okay, as we wrap this, I have shared a post. I've also shared our organization pay bill number. And this is because we are having our event, the pre-Valentine's dinner. The pre-Valentine's dinner is on 11th of February. That is a few weeks to go. And I'm so delighted about the people who have already started registering. So kindly ensure that you register with us. And for those who are willing to sponsor or support a child, the pay bill number is there. You can contribute any amount of money to ensure that you keep a child in school. I had shared about one girl that we rescued. I'll keep on sharing these stories, and I'm not sharing them to entice you. It is the work that we do, and I keep on saying, we have God who has called us to do this. Join us in doing it. Have a blessed night, and God bless you. Until tomorrow, bye and good night.